And I have another question, which is, I was under the understanding that decks have a requirement of a railing height of 42 inches from the standing surface to the top of the railing. Is this deck have a railing?
Yes, it does.
And it's 42 inches high?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yep. That's good questions though. And it's a nice wide on and off,
Good man. Okay.
entrance, exit, whatever.
Right.
Okay? Any other questions? If not, we'll close the hearing and open the selectmen's meeting. I'll entertain a motion to renew the license.
I'll make the motion to renew the license for the Stewart Green VFW.
American Legion.
American Legion,
Yeah.
Oh, 65.
Oh, 60.
like she said.
Do we have a second?
Jim said.
Okay, all in favor? Okay. And before we go any further, we have someone here from the marathon, John, I'm sorry,
Huff.
Huff. Did you want to do a short presentation?
I can do whatever you like.
Okay. Sarah, you indicated that,
I just wanted to take a moment for the public's sake who's listening in and may watch later, to give a brief update on the plans for the marathon, and we have the race director, John, here too.
John, come on in.
Okay.
Actually, would you please move up here so people can get to see and then they'll know you're by face.
Okay.
They'll know I'm blind.
Yes. So a very quick resume of the marathon. The Bay of Fundy International Marathon, the first of what we hope will be an annual event, is scheduled for the 23rd of June. Consists of 3 events: an international marathon that is attracting people from, at the moment, 31 US states and 5 Canadian provinces. Will start at West Coddy Lighthouse, come through Lubec, across the bridge, turn at East Coddy Lighthouse, come back and finish on Water Street. There will be a 10K that runs from the lighthouse into Lubec, and there will be a community fun run and breakfast of 1 mile. Those will all happen on the Sunday morning. At the moment, we're expecting approximately 450 runners in the marathon and the 10K. We have over 270 marathoners already signed up, over 75 10Kers already signed up. We expect to have more signing up over the next several months. We expect some local school teams to be racing in the 10K, and we hope a lot of community members will come out for the fun run on breakfast on the Sunday morning.
thank you, John.
And we always need volunteers.
Yes, definitely. Anybody who in town who might have an interest to help somewhere with this, get in touch with Sarah or John Huff or John Sutherland and indicate and we'll have some place for you to help.
Yes.
Yeah, that would be great.
We also need energetic spectators to cheer on all of the runners along the route.
Mhm.
And we hope we're expecting there to be a certain amount of entertainment as well as the runners on Water Street during the day. So there should be something for everyone going on.
And this
that
is on
day.
June 23rd.
Yeah.
Sunday, June 23rd, correct.
And there'll be more information coming out, and the information will be posted around town.
Yep.
It'll also be on Channel 7, and it will be on Facebook as well.
And we have a website currently, and it's
It is.
Bay,
Bay of Fundy Marathon. gmail.com.
Good.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Well, I guess for now, that's enough, right?
Is that it?
Well, thank you, John, for coming out.
Okay.
Thank you
Thank you,
very
John.
much.
Thank you, and look forward to the
Yep.
exciting event.
We'll talk to you,
Yeah.
we'll talk to you
Thank
soon.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay.
Can I make a motion to sign warrants?
Yes.
I make a motion, we sign warrants.
Second? All in favor? Okay. And we need a motion to approve the minutes of January 31st. One of those.
I'll make a motion, we approve the minutes. of
I
January
second that
31st.
motion.
All in favor? Okay, John, I guess you're,
The town of Lubec has contracted our animal control with the Washington County Sheriff's Department for a number of years. When they were no longer able to provide the service to the town of Lubec, we still kept the animal control officer, and he has not been able to do so due to health reasons. We've been talking to a gentleman named Kevin Nelson. Kevin is a former Lubec native. He's got over 20 years of animal control experience under his belt, and we'd like to bring him up and talk to the selectmen. I gave him a copy of our animal control ordinance, and one of the things that I asked him is to go over it and see if there's anything that we can do that's going to make it an effective tool for him in dealing with animal control issues. Now, the CDBG Town Improvement Committee is working on the town charter. One of the things that's going to have to be done to update the charters is going to be a series of public hearings and town meetings, and we can update the animal control ordinance at the same time. So I'd like to bring Kevin up, introduce him. This is Kevin Nelson.
Kevin, Maureen Glidden, our chair, Michael Scrivani, pleased to meet you.
This is James Jones.
I've seen you somewhere.
I know. Sarah McConnell.
How are you?
And this
And
is our
Betty
town
Case.
clerk, Betty Hayes.
Like John was saying, looking at the animal control ordinance in the town, I have a date of 8/16/1995 it was made out. There's a lot of things that I feel, with the 20 years experience that I've had in the towns that I work with, that, you know, maybe back then it was fine to do, but laws and stuff have changed, and I would really like to be able to sit down and go over this with whoever you people decide to sit down with, and talk about the different rules and regulations that the state provides for me in order to do the proper job. And, you know, I mean, there's so many different things in here that doesn't add up with what the state says I need to do. One of the things is, and I spoke to John about it at the meeting that we had, is I need to have a place where I can take these animals.
Right.
The law says that within a 24-hour period, I need to have these animals in a shelter or somewhere where the owners can go and pick these animals up. Now, you people can contract the shelter. There's a few around. It's really hard down here to find a shelter. We are working on hopefully putting something together in Machias in the next couple of years where we're going to have a facility there, so that towns like Lubec and around is
Will
going to
be
have a place.
serviced
We'll
regionally
be
by
able
that.
to service
Right.
the people.
That's not something, though, that would be ordinance decision. That would be, because it may change. A year later, maybe somebody else is going to decide. But as far as the ordinance, I wanted to ask you, is there a town that has an ordinance that you feel is comprehensive and updated, that we might be able to look at the language of that and make a
There's several
decision.
towns, I mean, I do the
Okay.
town of Steuben, I do the town of
Alright.
Machias. East Machias has a nice one. Machias Port, when we started, I just started doing that less than a year ago, and I sat down with the planning committee and the selectmen, and we made a town ordinance for the dogs and cats. And it's worked very well. So, there is towns, I didn't have a chance, and I just met last week,
Right.
Right.
and I work every day, but.
Well, as you may or may not know, Lubec is a canine-friendly community.
Oh, yeah.
And it's also the host community to SOS,
Right.
which was an organization that started, I think, what, 4 or 5 years ago? And
Originally, the concept started.
was older
before
than that.
Yeah.
Right, and of course, everyone was excited because they heard that there was a group that was gonna, put in cat houses, and it was like, yeah, and it was like, that's a joke, folks. You're supposed to
Yeah,
laugh.
yeah.
So we do have a lot of canine in town, and, but the cat situation seems to have been pretty much handled well, even without an ordinance.
Right, right.
So our next step would be to look at some language,
No,
and then,
I don't think we need to reinvent the wheel, but
No,
we
we don't.
certainly,
we don't.
we know this isn't adequate. The prior animal control officer went to court and his case was thrown out
Right.
because of our ordinance weaknesses.
Right.
So this is something that you and John should get together on initially, and then perhaps the whole board and yourself.
Right.
And then we can include it in our public meetings to do
And
a
I'm certainly
change.
willing to do that. We'll sit
That'd be
down,
great.
and we'll do a
Yep.
time, and,
Right.
like I said, I have to specify, I need a place to take the animals.
Well, the guy's over to the vet over there, the lady that,
I
she
thought,
was not interested?
yeah, I talked, there is a facility in the town of Perry.
Right.
They can hold up to 3 animals. They would be interested, I talked to a lady over there, I got the name of one of their selectmen, for further contact, but there is a yearly fee. So if they take us, that could be an option, and it's right in Perry, so that if Kevin picks up somebody's animal, he's got a place close by that he could take it to, and, somebody could go pick it up and be reunited. And maybe after a period of time, if nobody picks it up, then that could be forwarded to either Paws and Callus or the animal shelter in elsewhere. But I have contacted Paws and Callus. They're gonna forward it to their board. And I sent an email out to the Ark in Cherryfield as a nearby shelter. And I have been in contact with the animal hospital. It's ongoing.
Okay.
It's, like I said, it's really, I have 2 towns right now that do not have a shelter. So, I mean, I hate to say this, but when people call, I say, there's nothing that I can do. I cannot take possession of a dog
Unless you have a place to take it.
unless I have a place to take it.
Right.
you know.
Kevin, what is the, just quick, what is the qualifications of a place where you drop off a dog? Is it a building that has somebody, a human in it 24 hours
No,
around?
no, I mean,
Each dog, I think, has to have its own,
has to have its own
Right.
little place.
they can't put 3 or 4 dogs in one enclosure.
Right,
One enclosure, right.
Right.
You would have to have some type of heat, you would have to have somebody go there at least 2 or 3 times a day to make sure that, the dog is
Watered,
fed,
and all that, yep.
watered, and, and really, I mean, taken out. I mean, in the summertime, yeah, we don't get days like they do down southern Maine, 90, 80, 90 degrees, but, I wouldn't want to be in some barn